Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of Renegade of Wrestling. I am joined today for the special holiday edition by my lovely fiance, Teresa, who you've seen on Moms on Wrestling and other various things now.
Yeah.
We're going to do our top 10 holiday songs. And ladies first, so go ahead and give us your list.
I went the country route, me being a country girl. I went a country route, no particular order, because I honestly couldn't pick an order, unlike Jade.
Okay.
Yeah. I started off with the Christmas song, a version done by Teresa Adkins. Oh my God, that voice can read the phone book, and I would just be fine with it. Whew. Hi. Okay. No offense. Love you.
I don't think I've actually heard his version of the Christmas song, nor most people are more known with the Nat King Cole traditional version.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd be curious to hear that.
It's actually pretty good. Okay. Then I have Santa Claus is Coming to Town on a Boogie Woogie Choo Choo Train.
That's right.
Done by the Tractors. It's a Christmas remake of their Baby's Gonna Come on a Boogie Woogie Choo Choo Train.
Baby Likes to Rock It.
Yeah, thank you. And it is awesome. I have it at my work. I've had it every year at my work for the last 5 years that I've been there, and I love it. It's my all-time favorite one to listen for when they put the Christmas music in the restaurant.
It's one of the only songs, too, that gets played at her work, that when it comes on the radio, she's not like, oh my God, I hear this song all the time, I gotta fucking change this song! She's like, turn that shit up!
One of few.
It is an awesome song, and it's not on my list, but I definitely want to give that one an honorable mention on my list.
All right. Another singer that I love is Reba, and she does an awesome version of I'll Be Home for Christmas. That range that she does, actually, I played it for a friend of mine, and she could have sworn it was Patsy Cline.
Wow.
Because she does that high of range, that long of range.
Mm-hmm. And
it's just, oh my God, I'll listen to it and I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm not a Christmas fanatic, but I'll listen to that. Oh my God.
Yeah, Reba's got a great voice.
Then I have, it's on the funny side, but Santa Looks a Lot Like Daddy, Garth Brooks' version.
That's a really cute song.
He's got a sense of humor, and he did a Christmas special on TV a couple years ago. I don't remember when, but he did that song, and he just played it off. He just, oh my God, he has a sense of humor. But yeah, Santa Looks a Lot Like Daddy, Garth. I can't not hear that song without hearing his voice singing it.
Yeah, that's another one that was on my mini songs that I had to whittle down from. I love that song too. That song and The Gift off of his Beyond the Season Christmas album are both songs that I really enjoy.
Okay. Took me a second. Then I have another funny one. Santa's Gonna Come in a Pickup Truck. Alan Jackson with the Chipmunks. Need I say more? Alan Jackson and the Chipmunks in a pickup truck.
What's hilarious is this guy over here freaking adores the Chipmunks to death and had never heard that song until I played it for him. He was sitting there cracking up.
The only joke I have regarding that song is with gas prices these days, he'd probably be flying anyway.
Seriously.
That's the only problem. I have a duet on here. Baby It's Cold Outside, Martina McBride and Dean Martin.
Okay. I don't think I've actually heard the duet version. So.
Leanne Womack also does a version of it with Harry Connick Jr., but this is my favorite because it's Dean Martin.
Yeah.
And her vocal range and his range is just, it works. Granted, it's one of those dub overs like they did with, her and Elvis.
Yeah.
But it still works.
Yeah.
It's not this crappy, okay, I can tell where it's edited, I can tell where it's cut off.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Dean Martin's version of that song. Unlike some people that think that Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey is like the definitive version of that song.
Yeah, no. Alright. Classic country song. Classic. Brenda Lee, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. There's probably a handful of movies that song has been played in. And there's been a handful of radio stations that will play it. Not just country. But she is considered country.
Yeah, I never thought of her as a country artist. I always just thought of that song as just like a traditional Christmas song. It never crossed my mind that Brenda Lee was actually country.
Alright, these last 3 songs stick in my head, and why they made the list. One is Put a Little Holiday in Your Heart by Leanne Rimes.
Okay.
It's very catchy. Her voice is very catchy, and yeah, the song is just cute. Another one you got me into is Two-Stepping Around the Christmas Tree, Susie Bogus.
It's an awesome song.
That's an awesome singer.
It's another one that almost made my list.
Who doesn't get the praise and accolades that she should.
Yeah.
The other one...
People are too busy praising the Faith Hills and the Shania Twains and the Taylor Swifts nowadays.
Okay, Taylor Swift, yeah. That's
well, Susie Bogus is more of a 90s artist, so I was trying to name 90s females. She was always
Reba.
very underrated. Yeah, Reba.
And the last one that I have in my car right now is from the Grinch with Jim Carrey. It's Faith Hill's version of Where Are You Christmas? Oh my gosh. That song's in my head right now. Faith Hill, just the way she sings it, sticks. Yeah. It sticks in your head, and it's just like, okay. I don't know where it is, but I like the song.
Alright. It's a very good list, sweetie.
Yeah.
My top 10, this was very, very hard for me, as most anybody should know. I mean, one, I'm a music fanatic. You've seen my folder of Christmas music.
Now, you're a Christmas fanatic and a music fanatic.
I was just going to get to that. Number 1, I'm a music fanatic. And number 2, I'm a diehard Christmas fanatic.
Understatement.
So it was really, really hard for me to come up with just 10. So what I did for my list is I basically broke it down into 5 and 5. I broke it down to 5 songs that I don't think everybody knows about, but they really, really should give a listen to.
Non-mainstream.
And then I did 5 that are like commercial, Coast, K-Earth, all the Christmas radio stations, heavy rotation type of thing.
You can't miss it. Yeah.
So the first 5 are going to be my non-mainstream ones. Number 10, Till Santa's Gone by Clint Black.
Yep.
Always love that song because he sings it from a little boy's perspective. You know, could there have been something he might have missed? I had a lot of stuff on my Christmas list. Leave him those milk and cookies, though. He always comes back for those milk and cookies. And I actually gave Clint Black a mention. We were doing the 90s songs because of his harmonica playing. It's got a great harmonica on that song. That's another reason why I really love it.
Yep.
Number 9, Let It Snow by Boyz II Men and Brian McKnight. Not the traditional Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. This was a reworked original, and they needed another voice to kind of go with Wanya Morris from Boyz II Men, so they brought in Brian McKnight, and the two of them together, it's just a great, great Christmas song. You'll hear it on some of the more like R&B-ish stations during the holiday, but it's nowhere near in the rotation as the mainstream songs are.
K-Day. They played it the other night.
Yeah.
I think.
Number 8, Christmas Like a Lullaby by John Denver.
I knew you'd have a John Denver song in there. You had to.
Yeah, there had to be something of his, huh? That song is just
John Denver
so
and Journey.
gorgeous.
I'm just waiting for the Journey one.
It's such a gorgeous song. The lyrics, just awesome. Number 7, a song I'm going to lose cool points on by my mainstream fans. But I know that Jade loves.
Brace yourself.
I'll Be Missing You Come Christmas, A Letter to Santa by New Kids on the Block.
Sorry, I almost put This One's for the Children.
That song, and you know, call me what you want to call me for it, download the song and listen to it. It is a really sad song. Christmas songs are not supposed to be sad. And this is a really, really sad song because it's basically about a guy who's missing his woman at Christmas time because he's out on the road like New Kids were back then. You know, they were hot traveling. You know, this boy's letter to Santa Claus is going to tear him up. Number 6, another song that kind of tears me up. An Angel Gets Its Wings.
Oh, yeah.
Vince Gill and Trisha Yearwood.
That was on my list, but it didn't make the 10.
Now, the definitive version of this one for me is one that you can't really find anymore. It's the version that they used to play on KZLA back in the day. Yeah. And they would edit in audio clips from It's a Wonderful Life, which
Come on,
we all know is a favorite of mine.
You still have time this year.
That song is just, don't know what more you can say about it. It's so beautiful. And the way Vince Gill and Trisha Yearwood gelled together on that. I wasn't even really listening to country in '96 when that song came out, but I heard it, I gravitated towards it, and it's been one of my favorites ever since.
Yeah. I figured you'd have that one.
Now we get into the mainstream stuff.
Before you start crying.
Yeah, right? Number 5, Step Into Christmas by Elton John, 1973.
I have that one at work.
Can't go wrong with Elton, man. Elton John and his freaking piano can rock the shit out of anything. And he turns it out in this little Christmas song. It's his only Christmas song, too. He doesn't have an album or anything like most artists do. All he's really got is that. And that's all you need. Number 4, I have a tie because I feel both songs kind of go hand in hand. It's Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee and Jingle Bell Rock by Bobby Helms.
Yeah.
Those songs, even though they're different years, they're about a year apart.
They do fit.
You usually can't hear one without the other.
Yeah, look at Home Alone.
And another quick honorable mention, Jingle Bell Rock, the Muppet Family Christmas version by Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem Band. Get animal on those drums, man. Run, run, reindeer! Freaking awesome. Number 3. Surprised this wasn't on any of your lists, but you told me it was more country oriented anyways. Wonderful Christmas Time, Paul McCartney. Anybody who knows me knows what a Beatle mark I am. Love the Beatles, love them individually. Wonderful Christmas Time, 1979, Paul McCartney. Gotta love the video too, totally just like cheesing in the video. But what are you supposed to do at Christmas time? What better time to look cheesy, right? Number 2, Little Saint Nick by the Beach Boys. Again, honorable mention to the Dr. Teeth and the Mayhem Band version on the John Denver and the Muppets of Christmas Together album. But the Beach Boys, Little Saint Nick, freaking gotta love that song. They turned it into like a car song, which they were really doing back in the days, you know, the cars and the surf, and it's awesome. And my number 1, which again should be no surprise to anybody who really knows me, Happy Christmas, War is Over, John Lennon and Yoko Ono featuring the Plastic Ono Band and the Harlem Community Choir.
See, another honorable mention for you, I would think, would be Angels Among Us.
It definitely was one of those that I was considering, but...
He cries at that one. He's got a heart.
Thank you.
Somewhere.
But yeah, John Lennon, excuse me, Happy Christmas, okay, I think is probably one of the greatest Christmas songs of all time, because it's not just a Christmas song, it's a protest song at that, and the meaning of that holds true today with Afghanistan and Iraq just as much as it did in 1971 with Vietnam.
Yeah.
War is over if you want it. We can have peace. You just have to want it. So, that is my list. I want to thank you, sweetie, for actually doing a show with me and doing a Christmas one at that.
Finding time.
One more honorable mention I got to give out, though, real quickly, since I do have her sitting next to me, the Hanukkah song.
Yeah, all 3.
Yeah, all 3.
Although I know the first one only by heart.
But the Hanukkah song...
How much did SNL play that one? Oh my gosh.
Got to give the Hanukkah song an honorable mention for my sweetie here.
Now, you're going to help me on this one, because I got to mention one for Natalie.
Okay.
The Christmas movie we have at my grandma's. The one they sing with the Fraggles.
Pass It On.
She likes that
Family
song.
Christmas.
She loves that song.
Yes.
She will jump around and go, pass it on, pass it on, pass it on.
Which is funny, because it's the only song in the entire movie that's not really a Christmas song. You can listen to that song any time of year. But it's all about giving. Yeah, the spirit of giving.
She loves that song.
So, thank you, sweetie, for being on the show with me.
You're welcome.
And we will see you next time.